I froze at her words. Grandma's voice cut through the warm glow of the dining room. "Why are you living away? What happened to the house we gave you for your 18th birthday?" Before I could respond, my parents smiled, a practiced, casual smile that didn't reach their eyes. "That house now belongs to your younger brother," my mother said, calm as if announcing the weather. Grandma's fork hovered mid-air. She didn't blink. Then, slowly, a knowing smile curved her lips. "Open the door, and you'll see," she said. The moment hung there. A weight I recognized, a challenge I had been preparing for, 20 years in the making. I remember the house like it was yesterday. The first day my parents handed me the keys, their hands trembling slightly, proud. I imagined a life there, evenings on the veranda, laughter in the halls, the scent of roses Grandma planted. That was before trust fractured, before betrayal seeped into the walls. It started small, a look too long between my parents, whispers that halted when I entered the room. My younger brother, once playful, growing cold, suddenly helping my parents with errands that always seemed secretive. I wanted to believe in them, but the puzzle pieces refused to fit. The final confirmation came on my 21st birthday. A letter slipped under my door, addressed to me in a hand I didn't recognize. Inside, legal documents stripped me of the house. My inheritance, quietly reassigned. My parents' signature at the bottom, so precise, so final. I didn't cry, not then, not ever. I planned. Every move measured, every detail cataloged. They underestimated me, counted on my absence, my silence. I hired lawyers to trace finances, auditors to map every hidden account. Friends in real estate fed me insider knowledge. Each week, each month, I gathered leverage. I wasn't reacting, I was calculating. I started quietly, taking small wins. A contract here, a withheld payment there. Reputation matters, so I whispered truths to the right ears. Gentle nudges, invisible hands guiding the dominoes toward collapse. My brother, oblivious, built his life on the foundation I had once loved. I let him continue. Patience is a weapon. Years later, the dinner invitation arrived. They called it a family gathering. Grandma had a reason to summon us all. I only realized its significance the moment I saw her eyes meet mine across the table, sharp, gleaming with secrets she had never shared, except with me. The night was perfect. Candles flickered across the mahogany table. Wine glasses clinked, laughter forced and brittle. Then came the question. Grandma's question. My parents' answer. I excused myself briefly. A polite nod, a silent acknowledgement that the stage was set. The living room door creaked under my touch. Behind it, in the shadows, lay the evidence I had orchestrated to surface tonight. A contract, signed in my brother's name. A financial audit highlighting mismanaged funds. Subtle but undeniable proof of his and my parents' missteps. I returned to the table. Silence. My brother's confident posture faltered. My parents' smiles slipped. Just a fraction. Grandma's gaze never wavered, a quiet approval glimmering in her eyes. "Open the door," she repeated. He went first, arrogance masking his hesitation. The door swung wide. His breath hitched. My parents exchanged panicked glances. Numbers, dates, signatures, all undeniable. Their years of careful deception crumbled in seconds. I sat back, calm, savoring the quiet justice. No shouting, no dramatic confrontations. The truth exposed precisely when it mattered. The weight shifted from me to them. Power is sweeter when served silently. Grandma reached across the table, her hand resting briefly on mine. No words. A shared understanding. The world had tilted in the right direction. Finally. I leaned into my chair, letting it settle. Revenge had been meticulous, patient, and it tasted like freedom. Not a single tear shed, No rage displayed, just the steady satisfaction of a plan executed flawlessly. And as my parents and brother processed the wreckage of their arrogance, I realized something I hadn't allowed myself to admit all these years. Victory is quiet, but it resonates louder than any anger ever could. Grandma whispered almost to herself, almost to me, "You've waited well." I smiled faintly. 20 years isn't long enough for everything, I said, though I knew it had been precisely the right time. That night, I didn't reclaim a house. I reclaimed my life. The past was silent, my betrayal avenged. And as the candlelight danced across the walls, I felt the weight lift. Finally.